Okay, in this episode of Star Trek Attack Wing Tactical Table, we're going over another minor faction, and this time it's Kazon. Now, unlike the Ferengi, the Kazon are a much more of a combat faction, and their predator ships actually can pack quite a bit of punch. So right now there are 5 ships available. 2 of the Raider class, 3 of the Predator class. Only 1 of the Predator class, though, is retail. The other 2 are blind ships. They're not prize ships, they're blind ships. So it should be fairly easy to get. So let's go over these. So they have, and you notice that all the ships have a 180-degree front firing arc. Not a bad thing to have, especially since they're not that maneuverable. So look at the basic stats of a Predator class ship. They're 4, 1, 5, 3. So that's 8 resiliency there. 5 hull is pretty good. 4 primary attack dice. I would consider the minimum to be a viable combat ship. Now this one has evade, target lock, and battle stations, whereas the other 2 Predator class also have scan, but the Nistrum Culla doesn't. Interesting, to say the least. And they all have very big upgrade bars. Let's see, either 2 weapons, a tech, and 2 crew, or 2 tech, 1 weapons, and 2 crew. So, pretty good stats on those. The smaller ships, though, are only 20 points. You got 2, 2, 3, 3. So, not too bad in resiliency with 3 shields and 3 hull, and 2 evade dice, but only 2 primary attacks. So the Raiders are definitely not going to be hitting very hard. So a couple of these have good ability. You can disable one of your shields to get +2 defense dice. When you're attacking a ship that has a scan token besides it, not a scan besides your ship, but a scan besides the other ship, you get 2 attack dice. This is by far one of the better ones. When you perform a green maneuver, you get +1 attack die. It's a pretty good ability. When attacking a ship at range 3, gain +1 attack die for every friendly ship, range 1. This would be really good if it wasn't just that range 3 limitation. Actually, it'd be really good if it wasn't. And this one, all friendly Kazon ships, the hull value of 4 or less, gain +1 defense die. So all the Raiders within range 1 to 2 just get +1. +1 defense die. So those are the ships. See, for maneuverability, the Predator class is, I said, not very maneuverable, with the sharp turns being red. It does have a back 1. And the Raiders, while the red turns are still 3, also has a 3 come about. So, again, not that maneuverable, but with the 180-degree front arc, you really don't need it. So where does the Kazon come into play? They really don't have anything special that they do. They can actually hit pretty hard, though. So that's the one thing they can do, is they just attack. So let's talk about first. Kazon also has some of the best secondary weapons in the game for sure. So to get some little more punch to your Halleck Raiders, you want to add. You have this Photonic Charges. You have the timetable. Yeah, you have 2 versions of it. Actually, got several versions of the Photonic Charges. You got the 3 dice attack. Ones for 3 points, and this one is a disable, and this one is a time token, and basically it's 3 attack, range 1, 2, and if you get an uncancelled damage, the opposing ship gets an Ox token, which is actually pretty good. You can get right down to it. And we also have the 4.4 attack version, but it's only range 1, and it can only be purchased or it costs 4 additional points for a non-Predator class ship. So it's definitely not worth it to put it on a Raider class. And then we also have the particle beam weapons, which are 2 versions of 4 points, 4 attack dice, 1 to 2. Or rear firing arcs, and these Predator ships also have rear firing arcs too. So basically, this is your rear weapon, but it's still 4 dice with just a disable. And then we have a 4.1 that's also disable, range 1 to 2 with 5 dice. So they're 2 different versions of the same card. This one has 5 attack dice, one has 4 attack dice. So you want to make sure which one you're getting. I mean, Yeah, so that gives 5 dice out your rear arc on the on one of the Predator class ships for 4 points. That's pretty good. And they also have this variable year charges. You can disable this to gain +1 attack die with your Photonic Charges for 2 points. And the aft torpedo launcher, which is basically allows you to fire in any direction that's not your forward firing arc. So this is good in cross-factioning, where you can put this on any ship to give basically 360 photon torpedo attack. So again, for secondary weapons, these are pretty good in this game. Considering the secondary weapons don't do much, they're really good, and the Photonic Charges can really add quite a bit to your raiders. So can the particle beam weapons. I mean, for this, it's only a disable. You don't even need the target lock. So this, and there's no restriction on this. So this on the raiders for 4 points really adds quite a bit of punch to it. So excellent secondary weapons. Is about the best you can do. They got a few tech upgrades. Oh, I should know that these are all the cards for the Kazon faction. Got a tractor beam, blah blah blah. So basically, it allows you to slow an opponent's ship down for 2 points. Yeah, I got 2 of those for some reason. Stolen technology, 3 points. Action, discard this card to perform an action listed on a non-Borg tech upgrade deployed to an opposing ship with a range 1 to 3. Interesting. And then we have masking circuitry, which is basically a cloaking device. For a 3-point cloaking device, yeah, you can cloak your ships. But you do take an Ox token when you cloak, so, and there's no way to stop the uncloaking. So, good for 3 points though, and it's +5 for any non-Kazon ship, so you can even go on the raiders. Not a bad thing. So where the Kazons kind of lack again is in high captain skill. There's only a handful of captains, so actually 5 captains, or actually 6, 7, anyway. So, 1 point captain, 2 skill. Each time you defend, you may reroll one of your blank results once. Not bad ability for 1 point captain. 2 point adds 1 weapon upgrade to your upgrade bar. All your Kazon weapon upgrades cost -1 SP. Again, so now you're talking, you put this guy on a raider. Now you can take even 2 of the Photonic Charges for 6 points. Or not the Photonic Charges, but the particle beam weapons for 6 points. Or even, yeah, it's very good efficiency with those excellent secondary weapons. Here's Kulla. You may discard one of your crew upgrades to perform an action on your action bar as a free action. You notice how all these guys have pretty low captain skill. +1 defense dice, straight up +1 defense, not bad. Action, place a scan token beside your ship. So this is the one that came with the ship, yeah, that does not have the scan action. So it allows you to get a scan action. So, disable one of your crew upgrades to reroll one of your attack dice, or discard one of your crew upgrades to reroll any number of your attack dice. And Kulla, when defending, roll +1 defense die for every tech upgrade deployed to your ship up to 2. So again, those are 2 really good abilities. So these captains really do have pretty decent abilities. No doubt about that. Since you also notice there's only 1 guy with a elite talent, so there's only 1 elite talent in the, and that's Ambition, 5 points. When attacking a ship that has more upgrades assigned to it, you may discard the gold either +2 attack dice or re-roll any number of your attack dice. It can be purchased for a Kazon captain on a Kazon ship. So there's the 1 elite talent. Let's talk about some crew here. Quite a few crew cards. Probably where they have the most of them. Let's see. Unremarkable species basically makes them immune to Borg. That's kind of it's a big wall of text. Basically, you get to up your attack dice for discard. Not worth it. Kazon discard. You may discard, place an evade token beside your ship. 4 points. Not really worth that. When attacking, let's see. When attacking or defending, you can discard, reroll any number of your dice. So this is 3 points for a 1-shot target lock. Kazon raiding party, standard ganking card. Oh no. When attacking, if you inflict 2 damage, you may discard. If you inflict at least 2 damage, you may discard to reduce the damage to exactly 1 critical damage that ignores the shields and disable 1 tech upgrade of your choice and then steal it. So this isn't a standard ganking card. This is a really good ganking card because it does a crit, it ignores shields, does a crit, and you can actually steal a tech upgrade. I'm still not sure if it's worth the 5 points, but it sounds good. This is your standard ganking card. No, it's not. Ship is not cloaked. Disable all your remaining shields. The target ship at range 1 to 2 that is not cloaked and has no active shields. So discard Tierna and roll 2 attack dice. The ship takes normal damage to its hull for each hit or crit and does not roll a defense. Yeah. So this is basically a free attack, but it has to be done against a ship that has no shields. So this late game free attack, could be useful. This is a good one. Action: disable this card to gain +2 attack dice and roll 2 defense dice. This may great maneuvers for a Kazon ship. This is a good one. We'll get back to him. When defending during the declared target step, you may remove your captain card from the game to cancel the attack. And the attacking ship cannot perform another attack. This card then becomes your captain with a skill of 3. Not a bad ability. Not a bad ability at all, especially if you got a lower cost captain to start with, or even a generic captain. So you cancel attack, and now you get up to skill 3 from skill 1. Okay, this upgrade does not require an upgrade slot. Kazon only. While this upgrade is equipped to your ship, gain 1 tech slot, and your captain skill increases by 2. You may discard the target ship at range 1, disable 1 tech upgrade on the target ship, and steal it, even if it exceeds your ship's restrictions. Not a bad card. So now you get up to captain skill 8. It's still 5 points. It's kind of spendy, but that makes a big difference actually between 6 and 8. Cesca, one of the mini Cesca cards. Target ship at range 1, disable Cesca, and 1 crew upgrade on your choice on the target ship. No restrictions on this. Just any ship at range 2 to 3. There's another Kazon Rainy Party and Tursa. Okay, so this is your standard ganking card. Okay. Let's talk about Cardin and Razik and the Relora Sankor. Okay, so this is the combination. It can really put quite a bit of hurt. So anyway, here's what we got. So you got the Relora Sankor, perform a green eye maneuver this round during your roll attack dice, gain +1 attack dice. So now we're up to 5. So not bad, not bad. And the green maneuvers, I don't have very many green maneuvers, and it does have 180 different firing arc, so the red maneuvers, or the green maneuvers, really aren't going to restrict you too much. And then you'd use your card in action, disable this card to gain 2 attack dice. And then you can use Razik to discard him, even though he's already disabled. That's perfectly fine. And to reroll any number of your attack dice. So now you're talking 4, 5 for the green maneuver, 6, 7 for Cardin, with a target lock. And if you're at range 1, now you're talking 8 dice. 8 dice with quality for just 1 action and a discard. You know, that's a good punch. That's going to do some good damage. And if you have the first Mahe, then you're also doing it at Captain Skill 8. And that's only 38 points for that combination with the first Mahe. Not bad, not bad. That can actually be quite a bit of a punch. So, and then again, the other ships do have 8 resiliency, 5 shields, 5 hull, 3 shields, and 4 primary attack with a 180-degree front arc. Battle stations, and these ships can actually hit pretty hard. Then you can add in your aft torpedoes and your particle beam weapons if you need to make sure that you have something shooting at your rear arc too. And you got a very viable, hard-hitting faction. Even the smaller ships with the particle beam weapons can hit hard enough. So Kazon is definitely a small faction with only 5 expansions, but they can hit hard enough to actually be viable. So that is it for this video. I do hope that you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.